Okay, happy Tuesday. We have a leg day today. We are going to grab some water. You're going to turn your exercise watch on if you're tracking, circuit training, Pilates, something to that effect. Then today you're going to need either a kettlebell or some dumbbells that's heavier. You need if you have a roller, a wheel, grab that. If not, don't worry about it. We'll do bodyweight one. Grab some lighter dumbbells and a band, medium-sized dumbbells I like. Medium-sized dumbbells and or a band. And then if you have something to roll out with, like a lacrosse ball or a roller, foam roller or something, grab that. If not, don't worry. Besides that, we're gonna get ready. Oh, turn your music on. You ready? Let's do it. Gonna get right to it. 20 jumping jacks to start warming up. Maybe you're counting hourglass track. The star ones are fun because you get to stretch through your pecs, chest, shoulders. Okay, it's probably about 20. Then we're gonna do 90-90 hip switches. So you're gonna sit down, you're gonna go feet wide, and then you're gonna drop your knees from one side to the other. We're just rotating through that joint. Feel a little sore through the shoulders, arms. It feels so much better to be sore through the arms than it does through the legs. But today we're hitting legs. Okay, feeling that stretch kind of around your glutes, hips. Keeping it mobile. Okay, then you're gonna do on your knees, on your hands. You're doing, it's called Quadruped hip car, which stands for controlled articular rotations. So you're in cat-cow position. You're gonna lift knee to the chest, and then keeping that back nice and flat, you're gonna open up the knee, make a big circle coming back, and then drop it forward. Knee to chest, open up the circle, come forward. One more. Going 5 both directions on both legs. And switch direction. Remember, you want to keep this 90 degrees essentially, so you don't want to kick out when you go back. Keeping the knee bent. Open up to the side, nice and controlled. Forward, go again. Back, open up, go again. Start the heart rate go up. Okay, switch sides. Knee, chest. Open and forward. Nice and controlled. Get that full range of motion through the joint. So as far forward as you can get, as far to the side without twisting up through the hips. And forward. And switch direction. Do that same thing other way. Okay, glutes are burning. Then we're gonna stand up. You got a trunk rotation. So you're gonna go into a lunge position or a split squat position here, and then we're gonna rotate. Think elbow twisting back behind you, find your balance, and then twist the opposite direction. So we're loosening up the spinal cord movements through the spine. Oh, I'm popping through the upper back. Nice stable foundation. So I think pressing into the floor, spread your toes, give yourself a solid base, and switch directions. Feet on railroad tracks. You don't want a lot of balance to me. So spread them out so they're underneath your hips, in line with your hips. So like elbows back, twist, jam your toes to the ground, twist. Remember, your bottom of the foot has a tripod, a triangle. So big toe, pinky toe, heel, that's your triangle, that's your tripod. You want to make sure that is nice and stable for balance. So if you actively put your brain on that tripod. It'll help you balance. One more. Okay, then we're back on the ground. We're going to do some, it's called Ipsilateral Deadbugs. So this is one-sided dead bug instead of alternating. So you're going to go suck the belly in, knees 90-90, arms up, and then we're going same side. So you're going left leg, left arm, out straight, bring it back up, and then right leg, right arm. So we're going same-sided, out straight, bring it in, out straight, bring it in. So keeping the core back, think back nice and solid to the floor. I like to keep my head off the ground because it helps me engage my abs more, helps me turn on my rectus abdominis, my apex. You could lay your head back though if that's painful or your neck is too tired. I just like this, it strengthens those neck muscles and then helps me engage that more. But either way is fine. Just when your head's here, you really have to think core, flexing hard. Okay, probably good enough. Then we've got our hamstring scoops and we're back up. We're going straight leg, reach. Remember, weight is on that standing leg. The straight leg is just a stretch. So I'm hinging, push my hips back, scooping to the floor, then switch sides. Straight leg, hinging, scooping back. So the weight's on the back leg. The front leg is just to put out and stretch. Whew. My hamstrings are tight. We haven't even got started. Doomed. Here we go. Okay, then we're going to do some quad pulls and roots. So grab your ankle. You can hold it like standing on the floor. If you're feeling good, go off your tippy toes. Then switch sides. Here. Balance. So stand. Balance. Grab your ankle. Grab a wall if you need to, or off your tippy toe. Grab your ankle. Okay, then we've got Frankensteins. You're going opposite arm, opposite leg. You're going to kick up, or these are called tin soldiers or cheerleaders. So switch opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember staying tall. When I go to lean, I don't want to reach over. I want to stay nice and tall through my shoulders. Just reaching right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. Okay, feeling good there. Then we're going to do a knee hug into a forward lunge, which is a tall reach. So you're going to grab your knee, hug it, give it a good stretch through the hips. Big step forward, lunge, reach up overhead, and then push off that front foot to stand back up. Switch sides. Hug the knee, hold it, lunge, reach up overhead, stretching the hip flexor, push off that front foot. There we go, hug the knee, lunge, reach, push. Hug the knee, lunge. Now when you lunge, my right leg's back. I can reach to my right side, left side. My right leg's back, opposite side. Yeah, that's the best one. Go one more. Hug the knee. So, left leg back, reach to my right side, reach opposite side. Okay. Then we've got lateral A-walks both sides. So you're going right, open, left, together, right, open, left, together. Still warming up the hip joints. Trying to get, we're breathing heavier. Trying to get our heart rate high. Warm up. Trying to get our body temperature raised. So if you want to do your arms, right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm, alternating, moving forward. So from the side, up, out, up, together, up, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Stay nice and tall through the chest the whole time. And then you go back, open, together, nice and tall through the chest. Arms are swinging. Okay, last one, we got Pogo Jumps. This one, you're going to push your hips butt back. You're going to jump, point the toes, and on the way down, you're gonna flex the foot, land front half of the foot. So you jump, point, land. When you land, butt back, we're back in that athletic position. My hips come back, my chest is over my toes, okay? So I'm here, point, land, jump, land. So we're exploding, point the toe. When you come down, flex, land, athletic position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point, flex, land. Point, flex, land. Point, flex, land. If that's too much, just point, 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 point. If that's too much, tippy toe, do some calf raises. Okay, grab a drink. Heart rate's elevated. Ready to go. Breathing through your nose, out through your mouth. Spark the heart rate. Make your sweat a little before we get going. Okay. We are starting with our kettlebell deadlift today. Or dumbbells. If you have 2 dumbbells, that's fine. But on our deadlift, this is a hinge workout. So this is a squat movement. Chest is elbows back. Hinge. Chest leans forward. My hips push back behind me. Then I sit down into it. So I'm more leaned over. This is my hinge. Press hips, butt back, driving up. Hinge, hips, butt back, driving up. So every exercise today is focusing on that hinge motion. Repetition helps your body get it, okay? We're gonna start with the kettlebell deadlift. We wanna go nice and slow and controlled. We have 10 reps. Between 8 and 10, depends on how heavy you go. How good you're feeling. But 8 to 10, that's what we're shooting for. So my kettlebell is gonna be between the middle of my foot. So ankle, toes, right in the middle of that. Line up with the middle of my foot. I'm gonna push my hips to the back wall. Then I'm going to bend my knees. Don't let the knees collapse in. We wanna open up through the knees until I grab my kettlebell. Shoulders should be right over that kettlebell, okay? Lined up, arms are straight. Pulling your lats down. So pull the lats down before you stand up with the weight. And we're gonna stand up, we're not gonna explode up. We're gonna go nice and slow, controlled. So hips, butt back, pull the shoulders down. I'm gonna push away from the floor, squeeze my glute, my butt muscle really hard at the top, and I'm gonna reverse that. This is where you have to flex really hard through your core, because as we're going slow, if I'm not flexing through the core, I'm gonna bend my back into that weight. That's how we start to injure our back on deadlift. So you wanna be solid. Before you go to lean, hard flex. Flex really hard, brace everything, then push the hips butt back so you're nice flat line, then lower the weight, okay? We got 10 of these, so line up kettlebell with the middle of your foot, hips butt back, pull the shoulders down, open up the knees, squeeze hard. You're gonna stand up nice and slow, squeeze your butt at the top, brace the core, push the hips, butt back, tap, go again. Squeeze the butt, brace, coming down, 2. Remember, shoulders down. Don't let the shoulders get hyped up. Pull them away from your ears. 3, squeeze the butt. Brace the core. 4, push away. Squeeze the butt. Brace the core. Lean. 5. So notice when you go to lean, it's not this. We don't want that. We want to push our hips butt back behind us to then sit down into it. 6. So push hips butt back. Nice tall line from your head through your spine. 7. Push hips butt back. Squeeze the butt at the top. 8, brace the core. tap, squeeze, 9, tap, squeeze, 10. Nice work. Okay, then we're gonna do a dumbbell good morning. So, if you have one heavy dumbbell, you can hold the side of your dumbbell at your chest. Elbows are gonna be down. So it'd be here. Same motion for the good morning. Feet are underneath my hips, feet hip width apart, but I'm hinging. So I'm bracing my core. I'm gonna push my hips butt back behind you. Another way to look at it is I have a wall behind me. If I squat, my butt's never gonna touch the wall. If I straight leg and I reach my hips back, I can feel that wall. So if you're having a hard time finding the hinge, stand by a wall, not like 6 inches away-ish. Then you're gonna push hips butt back till you tap the wall without bending those knees and drive up. So my knees don't bend, my hips move back to tap, then I drive forward. That's the hinge. Same thing on good morning. So if I was to do it in front of a wall, I'd be here, dumbbell up my chest, I'm gonna reach hips butt back, find that wall, tap, and then driving hips up. Nice tight hips to neutral, tap, driving back up, okay? So if I go a little bit more forward because I'm a little bit more flexible than that. So I push hips butt back, lean, oh, too far forward, can't feel it. Go back just a smidge, lean, tap, driving back. So core nice and tight, brace it so you're nice and straight, and then tap. So if you can't find that hinge, that's another way to do it. We have 8 to 12 of these good mornings. So one dumbbell, heavier dumbbell, hold at your chest. My dumbbells aren't too heavy, super heavy, so I'm gonna go 2 dumbbells at my chest. Ready? So find that hinge, push hips up back, brace the core, stretch the hamstrings, driving up from your hips. So I'm reaching the hips, butt back, and I'm standing up through my hips. Motion comes from my hips. So hips, drive back, stretch, drive up through the hips. So hips are moving this motion. Hips reach back, hips drive forward. Hips reach back, hips drive forward. We're gonna say 5. Brace the core. Don't turn super arched, super rounded through the back. We want a nice flat everything. So stabilize the hips. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Then we are back. Oh, this is where we're going to roll out. So if you have your dumbbell, you can grab a dumbbell. Doing that same thing. Use your dumbbell to roll the bottom of your foot out. So forward, backwards. Just keeps the crunchies away. Show some love to your feet. They do so much for you every day. gotta thank them every once in a while. So dumbbell, you can use a ball, golf ball, softball, lacrosse ball. If you have a foam roller or a stick. Tennis balls get a little too squishy. They don't have enough baseballs that would be okay. So roll out the bottom of your foot. See if you can find any crunchies that need to be rolled out. Just take a second. So this is a twofer. We're slowing down our heart rate for our next set round through while we're doing something else. So like rolling out, stretching is good to do in between because you're just waiting for your heart rate to come down. You're resting anyway. Okay, rest is over, not too long. Nailed it, we've been holding on. Okay, we're back to our deadlifts. Remember, we're slow and controlled. So we got 10 reps. Kettlebells lined up with your feet, pushing the hips, butt back. I'm gonna lean, drop my chest, open up the knees, pull the shoulders down, squeeze my butt at the top. 1, slow, tap. 2, squeeze my butt, sorry, go up slower than that. Tap, control, up. 3, squeeze, tight abs. 4, 5, tap. 6, slow. 7, 8, 9, brace the core. So as we go, the longer we're under tension or pressure, the more fatigue is going to catch up. So we really have to focus towards the end of those reps. Okay, then we've got our good morning dumbbell. If you're like me, I don't have super heavy dumbbells, so I'm going to grab a band next and try it with a band. You can adjust your dumbbells as needed, but same thing, standing on the band, feet hip width apart. I'm going to bring it up to my shoulders, behind me. Okay, and we're going to do good morning. So we're leaning hips, butt back, so I feel that stretch driving up and forward. So from the side, hips, lean, push back. Notice I'm not bending my knees. Straight stretch, driving the hips up. Here we go. 1, starting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay nice and tight through the lower abs, through the core, through the back. 6, 7, 8. So I can feel my low back turn on, which is good as long as I'm focusing on it. I'm not letting it round out. That's not what we want to do. So nice and tall, straight. We're going to say that's 10, 11. Oh my. Stretch, 12. Okay. Then we got rolling out again. And honestly, or stretching. If you don't have a roller, stretch something. I'm going to hit my glutes this time. So sitting on this lacrosse ball, trying to hit deep into the piriformis, because I know that gets tight on me. So whatever you feel like you need. Switching sides. So this is your recovery between sets. Got 30 seconds to 2 minutes. If you're super tired, take 2 minutes. If you're like, feeling good, go for it. Start your next set, last set, 3 sets total. Okay, back to our kettlebells. Okay, last set. We got 10 of them, slow and controlled. Ready? Feet lined up, midfoot lined up with the kettlebell or dumbbells. You can do dumbbells down there too. Push hips butt back, so you find that hinge position. A straight stick line, head, middle of the back, tailbone. Nice and straight as you bend over. Then we're going to bend our knees slightly so we can grab our kettlebell, stand up, controlled. Here we go. So we're back, nice tight core, tap. 1. 2, open up through the knees, don't let the knees collapse. 3, squeeze the butt at the top so everything stays nice and tight. 4, time under tension, that's what we're looking for. 5, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Jam your toes into the floor. 6. I know it's a lot to think about. 7. Here we go, you ready? 8, nice and slow, flat, tap. 9, 1 more. 10, good. Put that aside for now. Then we got our good morning. Okay, now combine the two, see if this will work with the handles. So standing on it, holding my dumbbells, feet hip width apart. Okay, here we go. Dumbbells, band behind me. I'm gonna hinge, straight, stretch, driving up. Much better. 1. Here we go. We got 8 to 12 of these. 2, Nice and flat. Stretch. Drive up through the hips. 3. From the side. Pushing the hips back. Don't bend the knees. Driving up. 6. Stretch. Driving up through the hips. 7. Stretch. 8. Think nice tight core. If you need to. Hard flex through the abs. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Good. Feeling that in the back. A good feeling. Obviously, it's not painful. It's not pinchy. It's not shooting pains. It's not super hot. A good muscle. We're hitting the muscles, hitting the fatigue point. Okay, then we got rollout. Same thing. I'm going to do my glutes. Feel free. Hamstrings, quads, stretching, whatever you need. Take 30 seconds. Maintain. And switch sides, rolling out, it's literally find the pain point. The spot where you're like, oh my gosh, that hurts so bad. We're trying to release it, trying to get the muscle to relax, the fascia. Okay, grab a quick sip of water. We got our next set coming up. Here we go. Okay. If you have a dumbbell, grab your dumbbell or both your dumbbells. So we're going to do a single leg glute bridge. So what that looks like, laying on my back. You want your feet to be hip width apart, so lined up, or think like 2 fists in between your feet. That's about how far you want your feet. 2 fists this way. Then you're going to do, the glute bridge. So from here, you want a 90-degree angle from your upper leg to your lower leg. We're going to tuck our pelvis like you have a string tied to your tailbone, and you're going to pull it in between your legs. And then we're going to push the hips up. You're going to press your toes, jam your toes to the floor. So we're here, so our pelvic floor, pretend like you're trying to hold P in. It's going to give your pelvic floor muscles. We got our hips tucked under. Our core is nice, solid at the bottom. And we're pushing up, jamming our toes down. So that should start to activate your glute muscle. And then you would come back down, okay? So kind of adjust as you feel like you need to. So tuck the hips, press, squeeze. This is our glute bridge. I have really weak glutes, so I'm going to do a double leg glute bridge. But if you do this and you're like, too easy, go single leg. Put your one foot a little bit more in the middle. Doing that same thing, tuck up and under. You're going to drive, press, come back down. When I do this, my hamstring takes over and it's all hamstring. So I don't want it to just be my hamstring. I want to hit my glutes. So I'm going to go double so I can feel my glutes. The other thing is, if you are too far away with your feet and you go to press up, you're going to feel the hamstrings. If you're too close, you press up, you're going to feel more back. So that's why I think a little bit away, play around with it. We don't want just hamstrings, we don't want just back. We want glutes, middle, okay? Then if single leg glute bridge is too easy, see, I only feel my hamstrings turn on. Pressing up, if it's too easy, then you're going to add a weight, a dumbbell, into the crease of your hip. You're going to hold that dumbbell. You're going to hold it on the top here. Hold it in that crease of the hip. Then do a single leg glute bridge with some weight. Those are the options. You ready? I'm going to do a dumbbell on both hips. Glute bridge. How many reps do we have this one? We got 8 to 10. So same thing, 8 to 10 each leg. If you're feeling strong, go for it. Here we go. Tack the pelvis. Squeeze. Jam your toes down. 1, 2. Squeeze, 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 squeeze at the top, everything. Squeeze your pin, squeeze the glute muscle, drive those hips up. 3, 4, tap and go. 5, don't need to wait. 6, heat in the pelvic, tucked underneath Think that tailbone, pulling that tailbone up and through. 9, 10, 11, 12. Feeling my booty shake. Okay, then we got kettlebell swings. So you can do it with a dumbbell. If you have a dumbbell and you're holding the top of the dumbbell, get a heavier dumbbell, or kettlebell. I'm gonna do heavy kettlebell. Okay. Kettlebell swings about 12 to 15. Now we've been practicing the hinge motion the whole time. We're pushing those hips back behind us. You're going to grab your weight, and I'm snapping up with my kettlebell. So biggest thing on a kettlebell swing, we don't want to turn it into a squat, explode, squat, explode. Kettlebell swing is a hinge motion. So we want to push our hips back. You're going to bend your knees a little bit, especially the heavier weight you get. You're going to need to bend a little bit. You just don't want to bend so far that it's a squat. So slight bend in the knees, driving up. Use your glutes. Here, feel out your hamstrings. Squeeze everything nice and tight. So catch, throw, back, straight from your head, through your upper back, through your tailbone, straight, throw from the hips, hinge, throw, hinge, throw. So you can feel that stretch in the hamstrings. You guys ready? 15 reps. You stop at 12 if you're dying, but shoot for 15. Here we go. So shoulders down, reach back. Here we go. We're gonna throw, catch. Oh, I forgot. Your feet should be a slightly wider on this one so that your kettlebell or dumbbell can go in between your legs. Here we go. Nice and tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. 13, 14, 15. Get your core. Okay, then we're back to our dumbbell. Glute bridge. If you have a mini band, you could put a mini band on top of the knees here for the glute bridge to activate the glutes. That's what I'm gonna do. Make it a little harder. So mini band. Because when we pull open the knees, that helps turn the glutes on. So if you're having a hard time finding your glutes, mini band, or if you just want a harder glute workout, put a mini band around your knees. Here we go. Single leg, glute bridge, or double. We're going 8 to 10 reps. You guys ready? Dumbbells on hips. Here we go. Tuck, drive. 1. Squeeze, 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 squeeze at the top. 2. I think that was actually 3. Oh, we're gonna count that one. 4. Jam the toes down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tuck. 9. Tuck. 10. Now feeling the glute booty burn. 12. Go 15, 19, 14, 15. Oh, there we go. Brutal. That's it. Fatiguing the glutes. Okay, there's our second set down. Get your kettlebell. I'll do it facing you. So, I need a drink. 2. Throw is 2. So, not sore. 2 drop. I can't tell. You can go for it. Glute boost. Kettlebell swings. Okay. Remember, hinge. Pushing the hips to the wall behind you. You're going to throw the kettlebell. Then you'll hinge into it to catch. Throw the kettlebell. Motions come from your hips. Whole workout. 15, you ready? So feet a little bit wider than maybe you would for deadlift. Hinge back. We're going to throw, catch, throw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice tight core. 7, 8. Stretch those hamstrings. 9. Throw with the glutes. 10. Throw hard with the glutes. 11. Tight. 12. 13. 14. 15. And a bonus. Feeling good. Okay, last set. Glute bridge. Get your mini band. Get your heavier dumbbells. I got 10 of these. Or single leg. Weight, band, Feet hip width apart. Tuck the hips up underneath. Squeeze your butt at the top. Jam your toes down. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going for bonus, 13, 14, 15, fatiguing the glutes, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You have to do 50 reps of those. If you don't feel it, just keep going until you do. Means your glutes are strong. That was our third. We got one more kettlebell swing and we're done with this. We got our core. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna start from the top. So if I start from the top, hinge. Sometimes it's easier for your body to stand in front of the kettlebell and reach through to then snap it. So whatever helps you turn on the hinge motion to snap and find that, that's fine. So if you reach through, grab it from the back and then throw it forward. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now grab a drink. Third set. Feeling good. Okay, here we go. We just got core and little stretch. Call it a day. This is where you need your wheel to start. So if you have a barbell, put like 5-pound plates on the side of it. Or find a wheel roller. If you don't have, so this is the wheel, you're holding the side. You're going out until you start to feel your back arch. That means my core's not doing its job. Go till right before that point and then pull back. So I'm going out, oh, I start to feel my core arch, pull back through the hips. If you don't have a wheel, you're going to be doing in-outs. So you're sitting on your butt. You're going to sit on your butt, heels are off the ground. You're going to reach out and then squeeze knees back in. Reach out straight, squeeze, knee back in. If that's too much, hands on the knees and just go barely or behind the knees and then kind of help yourself pull back up. That's an option. But whichever one you're doing, we got 10 of those. Ready? So I'm on my knees for my wheel. I'm gonna roll out and pull back. 1, 2, 3. So from the side, when I go to roll, notice I don't want my butt to stay where it's at like this and pulling back. That's all arms. I want to work my core. So I'm pushing myself forward with my hips. Then my arms go out. Then I pull back with my hips. Okay? Trying to hit the abs. On the 7, 8. I love that on the yoga mat. Here we go. 9, 10. It's brutal. Bird dogs. On your knees, on your hands, in a quadruped position. We're going to go 10 on each side. So we're going to stick on one side. Leg out straight, hand up above you. Squeeze up, suck the core in, knee to elbow. That's 1, 2. So when you're out straight, you should be feeling that glute turn on. Reach out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tuck, 9, 10. So sides. Here we go. Reach. If you flex your foot really hard, pull your toes to your shin, you're gonna feel maybe a little hamstring, but glute really activate, versus if you point, it might be harder. So kind of play around with what you feel more. If you like it flexed, I can feel my hamstring more when I flex. So reach, tuck up underneath, knee to elbow, reach, tuck up. 9, 10. Okay. This is 1. Back to roller. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Back to our roller. Okay, we go. Time for one more set. If you got time for 2, do 2. Ready? 10, roll. 1, 2, 3, squeeze really hard through your abs. 4, remember if you're not doing the roller, you're doing in-outs on your back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, brutal. Bird dogs. There we go. Squeeze. Roll. Make sure when you squeeze, you're not going so high with this leg, or when you reach, back still stays flat. So I reach, nice flat back, still keeping my core nice and tucked, and then I squeeze up. So flat, squeeze, flat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Opposite on opposite leg. Reach, tuck. 1, reach, tuck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we got our stretches. We're gonna go one leg forward. You're gonna reach, stretch through that hip flexor or the straight leg. So I'm doing 2 sets. If you have time, do 3. I gotta get going. Don't have time. Doing 2 sets of core. Pull back, straight leg, stretch the hamstring. Woo, feeling good. Feeling like my glutes. Feeling like my hamstring. Not feeling too much in my calf, but if you pull your toes really hard towards your knee, you might feel that more in your calf. Okay, then we're gonna go lift straight leg out to the side, stretching, leaning into it. Feel that stretch. So I'm leaning over towards my straight leg. Stretch through your adductors inside of the leg. Woo. And then going back into that knee side, pop that back leg, stretch through your quad. Good recovery, switch sides. Other leg in front, lean into it, stretch through your hip flexor. Stretching is good for you, don't neglect it. Gotta recover your body. We put it through the ringer. Gotta show some love. Stretch it out. Okay, then straight leg in the front, pull back. You can flex your foot. You might feel it more in your calf, feel that in your hamstring. So I'm not feeling my glute as much, mainly hamstring. Then we're going that leg in front, out to the side. Stretch into your adductors, leaning into it. And pop that back leg. Stretch through the quad. feels good. Okay, go get some good protein in you. Stay hydrated. If you're doing this right before bed, don't drink too much water because then you'll wake up at night. So, great work. Hasta mañana. And happy Tuesday.